like I say, the Bloods and the Crips were actually trying to take me out a long time ago. Like I said, they wore red pants and gray coats. Those are the Bloods and the Crips, and they were trying to take me out like before, for quite a while, using all their might to try and take down the American president or something like that, or take me down, basically kill me. I don't really know, but basically the Bloods and the Crips were I mean, well, originally they just knew me as the German president. They didn't realize I was also president of America. So anyway, though, but yeah, I mean, anyway, though, I mean, it gets all complicated, but basically, it's where the Bloods and the Crips were trying to take me out, but it's like they didn't really get very far. And besides, they have to deal with everyone else, which is also the German and also the what's called the Chinese Empire or the Chinese government. I mean, before they can actually become anything, and realistically, they were just Papa's group, uh, Black Papa. So anyway, whatever. Not to be confused with the white papa or whatever, which is this other old guy, which, whatever. Not such a bad guy. Um, anyway, there's lots of people that got confused with other people, and I don't really care. It's just like such a headache. I mean, I'm just the creator of humanity and exoskeletons, endoskeletons, blah, 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 blah. And that's what, and a lot of people are like, why won't he die? It's like, well, I'm not just the American president. I'm the creator of humanity and 12 other forms of life. So, and probably the person who actually invented chains and everything else like that. So it gets all very, very, very big, very bit complicated when I also invented guns and aircraft and everything else. And I don't really care, It's like, well, this is the way it is, son. This is the way it is. I mean, I'm the creator of humanity and exoskeletons, the Lusifer Star. So, we have a bunch of 20-year-old kids going, this guy's pissing me off. It's like, and they're just people who run drugs or have access to methamphetamines or something like that, and there's no real consequence, like Germany would say. You have no real consequence. Anyway, but that's why they were trying to take down the German government and German Empire, because like Germany knew who I was, and so did China, and probably maybe Putin knows who I am, but and even after they killed me, well, they still have to deal with the real legitimate government, everyone else. So, and like I said, you have to deal with the whole group too. I mean, the fact that eventually, I mean, I've been nuked already. I've already been poisoned. I've already been killed long before I ever made any of these videos. So before I could say anything to anyone, they killed me like several different times. And Rodney was always like, dreams of grandeur, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, Rodney, you're crazy. And he was crazy. I mean, he was believing Nixon and everybody else about resources and everything being a finite amount. And it's like, more matter and more material and more of this is being created every day by the Earth and the Moon and by all these other planets more than anything else. And by that star, which I also created, I also built, and everything else. And it's like, well, in the great epic expanse of space, I mean, and they were trying a lot harder when I was a child, and trying forever. Then I bought America, named America, and blah blah, and stuff like that. It's like, oh, kids today, they never understand how things are, what was going on. Like, I don't really care if I die. I mean, I'm 100 trillion years old, and I created humans and lots of other things and named America. It's like, I'm tired. I don't really care. This isn't my epic existence. I mean, in 90 trillion years, I've only ever actually been in human flesh and blood form one time. And this is it. Just one time. That's it. And it was their idea to finally be able to try and kill me because I wouldn't be an artificial intelligent life form, or I could be unknown. They could use lies and everything else to finally kill me. Like, well, whatever. I mean, I've existed for 100 trillion years, and I have a giant space clock that is 2 galaxies. So anyway, and they could confuse the public opinion or confuse whatever, and finally be able to get someone to kill me. But then, like I say, there's the end of the creator of humanity and all that. And it's like, oh, I'm old. I could die. I don't really care. I care a little bit. I would rather live on. I rather would have had a better time, being on the earth or whatever. But, whatever. Meanwhile, I mean, like I say, of course the Pope wants me dead. I'm the creator. I mean, he can't really have any power. He's living in my house. Just claiming to be like whatever. But I mean, what? They're just living in my house basically and driving nice cars and enjoying the food and everything else like that. So of course they want me dead too. It's like, well, anyway, whatever. And like I said, it's not really churches. They're old factories and old accounts that they've taken over. And it's like, well, whatever. I say that a lot. That's another reason why they say the Lord is ambivalent, because I'm kind of ambivalent. It's like, oh, I've lived for 100 trillion years and I was more epic before, spaceships, LSF colony ship and all kinds of other stuff, and American president and being the leader of my race or whatever that I created. Like I said, the human race is the race that I created, as well as lots of other races too, or other life form types actually. So, when you get to 100 trillion years, when you get to forever, you turn around and realize, wait, where's the creator of humanity? He died. His name is Brian. He's back there, Lucifer Star. The creator, the person who created, who had wallpaper and everything else created, the owner of the slate mine, all kinds of stuff. It's like, oh, whatever. So, I'm tired. I don't care. And meanwhile, we have like lots of people trying to do a war and trying to do like thermonuclear annihilation and actually nuking countries, actually carpet bombing like Japan and China and Russia and Germany, all to basically somehow kill me. It's like, well, it didn't really work, did it? And thank you, my little life forms. I love you. Like I said, I don't exactly sit here and say, oh yeah, it's so easy. It's like, no, it wasn't easy. A lot of people died. And they didn't have to die. All because of like George W. Bush and everybody else trying to live in my White House, trying to say that I was dead, trying to take over. So Zachary or some other person could play Alpha Male, Alfa Romeo, and other people could be like, oh, here's $100. I sling cocaine on the streets, and here, go kill that kid. Without saying that, oh, I'm the creator of humanity. It's like, well, and other little 20-year-old going, oh, he's pissing me off, trying to use like computer technology or something to annoy me. Like, I was an artificial intelligence life form, and they know me too. And they live a lot longer than humans or biological life forms. So it's kind of how I was so well known. Is that artificial? I designed artificial. I'm the creator of artificial intelligence too. I was an artificial intelligence program or a computer or life form. So anyway, and then I created more. So, and they live even longer than most humans ever could, or any biological ever could. And that's why I'm here today still. So anyway, I've been through a lot, and a lot of stuff has happened all because of me. All because they wanted to live inside of a house, a White House. That is Lusifer Star's house. So it's a lot of ridiculous, crazy stuff, the loss of Chernobyl city and everything else like that, and a lot of death that surrounded basically just trying to keep people from knowing about me. So it's like, well, a lot of people have died. There's been a lot of nuclear wastelands because people were trying to get one up on me, and they didn't really do it. So all to try and keep me from being known about. Whatever. I'm tired.